welcome to Worship Artistry. I'm Jason.
I'm Nick.
And I'm going to teach Nick some stuff.
I'm ready, dude. I have no idea what you're going to teach.
He has no idea because he doesn't know how to play guitar very
I really
well.
don't.
I don't know if you've ever seen him play, but he's terrible.
I've been trying to learn lately, though, on worshipartistry.com. It's been helping. It's been helping.
Okay, yeah, you've been getting better.
I've been getting a lot of confidence.
You've been getting better, you know,
working
out the tone and all those kind of things.
Exactly.
It's been great.
Real quick, both of us are going through a quad cortex by Neural DSP. I am playing through my lovely Jennings Catalina semi-hollow. I love this. What are you playing?
I'm playing through your Gibson Les Paul.
It is a nice one. I like that. It's got the slim taper neck. I like it.
It plays so nice.
It is very
nice.
nice.
It doesn't weigh a ton like my studio Les Paul from the 90s.
Right. I will say, though, this thing's nicer. That's why I'm playing it. I'm playing through a D25 capture from Worship Tutorials, and he is playing through He is playing through just a 64 capture that's on Vox 64 capture that's on the quad cortex there. So hopefully
pretty good.
You'll like it.
So I thought I'll show you one of my favorite tricks of just like, if I'm not sure what to play,
sure,
I can always play this and I can be dynamic with it and I can do all kinds of things with it, but it'll always work.
Okay.
Always work.
Okay.
And essentially that's, a lot of times with songs when we're playing, especially with electric guitar, right? It's kind of like we get in this mode where it's like too much.
Yeah. Right.
It's just way too, you're taking up too much space. Play more triads.
Yeah.
And then so, there's triads that kind of go all over the neck. We've done some videos about that.
We have.
But I wanted to show kind of like my little secret trick.
Okay.
And essentially what it is it's one position.
Okay.
That you can make very small movements and cover every chord in the scale.
Oh, well, I'm in for it.
Okay, cool.
I'm in for it.
Are you ready? This is going to blow your mind, Nick.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be really bad at it for a little while. So
Actually, I don't know
it'll blow your mind how bad I am.
Okay, sure. Well, let's find out.
Okay.
So here's the thing, right? You have songs. Maybe somebody's already playing open chords. I'm going to use the key of C. Okay? Now, if I play the key of C, first thing I think of is I'm going to go find my C note.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about a $100 bill. I'm going to talk about my C note on the high E string. All right. So in this case,
I only knew because you showed me already. Showed me.
Didn't know where the C was before.
I didn't.
Just found it.
You were like, it's right here, and let me then tell you where it is. So
right.
I was like, I think it's probably gonna go right back where his finger was.
Sure. So that's right.
What's that? The 8th fret on the E string.
Yeah, 8th fret on the E string.
And that's the high E string, right?
That is the high E string.
Yeah,
we always talk in terms of tone, not space, which is completely backwards.
It's hard for me
with
sometimes.
Guitar, especially tablature and everything. People get so confused.
Yeah. I just don't look at it anymore.
Not us though, because we're professionals.
Pros, worshipartistry.com.
Professionals, worshipartistry.com. Learn how to do it right. So anyway, so I find my spot with my pinky. Okay. So whatever. So I know I'm in the key of C.
Okay.
That's where I'm starting. Now, I can stay locked in this spot. Now, when I talk about positions, essentially you kind of want one finger to cover each fret.
Sure.
So technically, if my pinky is on my eighth fret, I'm in my 5th position.
Interesting. Okay.
Because my pointer finger's on the 5th fret. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. If I'm in this position, if you imagine a capo right here,
Got you.
this suddenly becomes like a G chord.
On the 5th fret, there's a capo.
Let's pretend there's a capo on that 5th fret.
Okay.
And then, so essentially I'm playing like a G chord. But I'm only going to play these 2 strings of that chord.
So that's the B and G?
Yep, the B and the G. So I'm going to hold those 2. And that's going to work for my C. Now, I can play them this way, right? Or I could go back and forth. Or I could one strum them.
Yeah.
But it all just kind of, it's just like emphasizing that one part of the string. Now think about this. The other one you can do this. The other thing you can do is you could put your pinky on the B string.
Okay.
Remember, on that 8th fret.
8th fret.
Because if you think about, we have like our kind of folky G chord, and then we have the G5, right? So same idea.
And that's
down
what we
here.
do a lot, right?
Yeah,
the G5.
we do the G5 a lot.
Because
we're rock and roll.
The folky chord, is that the traditional G?
I don't know. It's just a G.
Just G over B.
Yeah, it's just different voicing.
Gotcha.
This one just, to me, sounds more rock. Gotcha. This one sounds, prettier.
It does, yeah.
Kind of emphasizes the 3rd.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I can play that for my C, right?
Okay.
Now, key of C, next chord would be a D minor, right? So for me, I'm just gonna put my middle finger on the B string.
That's it.
So I'm still barring that G and B.
Yep.
Okay.
Interesting.
Right.
So that's the D minor.
Yep. So I'm using for my D minor. I don't even like think about it. I just think about it like in terms of what chords I'm playing, right? Then next, I'm going to go up to my C over E.
C over E.
But if I think about that in this shape, well, that's just this again.
So literally, this is C,
C,
D minor, and then C over E.
Yep, C over E. Right?
Interesting.
Then, let's get wild.
Well, I'm ready, dude.
Now we're going to go to F.
Don't you take me there.
We're going to put our middle finger back down.
No, we're not. So we're playing a D minor again, but it's an F now.
But now it's an F. So now I got my F, and I can go back to that shape again.
Okay.
Now it's going to get real wild.
It's going to go back to the E.
I'm going to go to the G. This time, though, this is the 5 chord in the scale.
Okay.
I'm going to put my pinky back down on the B, but now I'm going to put my ring finger on the G.
So it's like 7 and 8.
Yep. Right. Then for then I'm going to go to my A minor. Oh, guess what?
Back. No way. Jeez.
Right. And then what comes after A minor would be G over B, which is like a G. So guess what? And then that's going to take me back to C.
Interesting.
So now I've got in this case, I got my C, my D minor, then my C over E, then my F, then my G. That's the weird one. It's when we move two fingers, right?
This is too hard. So
all I have to do, I only have 3 positions that I can now play over whatever chords are happening.
In the key of C.
Yep, in the key of C, because my pinky's on the C.
So if I just like do...
Here's the thing. That probably seems a little boring.
Sure.
It works great for for a verse. Like what I like to do is this kind of thing in a verse, then I'll play harder in a chorus.
Sure, yeah.
But then the song builds a little bit.
Overdrive.
Obviously.
Obviously. Come on.
So much delay.
So much.
But the other thing that I'm going to do then is I'm just going to add my pinky up here and play all those same shapes. Playing all the same stuff.
Interesting. Yeah. I like that.
Right? And then that's something that you can literally use in any song.
Yeah. When you don't know what to do.
Right. When you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes, even if you do know what to do, what you know to do is that.
Throwing those things in there. Having a little flair.
Yeah. Yeah. And it works every time.
Every time. I like that. Yeah. Easy stuff.
Yeah. So go ahead and give it a try. Play it around. Like just pick a song that you know what key it's in and just start playing around there and get used to that, because it's something that, like I said, you can always use. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I don't know if you guys have ever had this happen, but sometimes like your worship leader will change the key like
never
the day of, like you just practiced it this way and then you're like, oh no.
Oh crap.
And he hands you the chart. Actually, we're going to do it now here this way. And you're like, well shit. Oh, okay. I guess I can
just shift down. Yep.
You never shift up. You never notice that? They're never like, let's take it up a whole step.
Let's take it up more, guys.
It's Sunday morning.
I had a wonderful night's sleep. Let's take it up. That's hilarious. No, that's easy stuff. I like that because it makes you seem like you know what you're doing for sure. Because then you translate super easily, right? I mean, from C to A, and you just keep the same pattern.
Yeah,
it's amazing to me. One way I've practiced these types of things. Sure. I've not just sat down and practiced that ever. But I like to go on Spotify even. And with each different song, I just play the same things, but I change the key. Yeah. And see if I can make that little, whatever, those things fit in a musical way, not just like.
Right. Well, it's funny because, an A there, right?
Yeah.
Like, that also helps you come up with riffs because you know those work, right? So,
yep. Yeah, it gives
all kinds of stuff you can do.
I just like the Spotify thing because it gives you band context and it's not just because I remember when I was starting out, and I would just like rip on stuff and like, this is so awesome. And then I'd get to the band and it wouldn't sound good.
Yeah, it turns out
I was way wrong on a lot of stuff, but not anymore, Jason. Thank you. I really appreciate your ministry today.
That's true. Well, the thing that's cool about Worship Artistry is we have those rehearsal mixes.
That's right.
And so you can actually do play-alongs without the guitar on them.
Exactly.
So you can see what works. You don't have to do what we teach you.
It's a wonderful practice.
You could just play around with it. I sometimes will just, like, especially after I've taught a song.
Oh, I'm sure.
Then I'm just going to put the practice mix on and I'm just going to go to town.
Just do a solo. Yeah,
just do everything I'm not supposed to do on Sunday.
Yeah, and just have a fun
time. But sometimes I'm like, I'm going to use that.
Yeah, it's tasty. I could throw that in there a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. It's one way too. You take the lead line out or whatever of the song. That's one way you really know that you've nailed it if you can play it and not mess up without the lead line. Because gosh, I'll never forget. I think I've told the story before, but Today Is the Day solo from Lincoln Brewster. I played it perfectly with him.
Yeah.
But then Sunday morning came around and I played it like 100 BPM too fast because I was nervous because I never played it by myself.
Right.
I didn't have the confidence that, Worship Artistry can give you. So yeah, thank you. Seriously. Thank you so much for teaching me that.
Yeah, give it a try. And, if you want more tips and that kind of thing, we're going to be doing this. So, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Do it.
Click the button, click the bell. Ring the bell.
Ring the button.
Ring the button.
Bell. Ring the bell. Click the button.
Do it.
Do it all.
Come and see us again.
See you guys.